Hello, everyone. This is End All Be All here, and welcome to the second match of the second week of Grand Arena. So, we are living in unprecedented times right now with the whole COVID-19 situation and almost the whole globe on lockdown. Life has changed for a lot of us, for some of us more drastically than others. And this game helps as a good distraction to keep our minds briefly off our troubles. So I'm going to dedicate this GAC battle today to everybody out there who's helping to keep us safe in these uncertain times, whether it's healthcare workers, people getting us our essential supplies, or in general, people just helping to keep the lights on. Stay safe out there. You are in our thoughts and prayers, and I know that a lot of you guys out there are facing really tough working conditions. Lack of PPEs, gloves, masks, and respirators. So it is tough out there. So anyway, let's get on with our battle. So luckily in this game there is definitely no shortage of masks and respirators, which gets us to the theme for today. What I'm planning to do is I'm planning to we have tons of characters over here who use masks or helmets and any sort of face coverings essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as a theme for today. What I'm going to do is use at least one of those characters on each of my offensive teams just to see how things go. All right, let's get into the Grand Arena session. My opponent today is Tit Goblin, classy name, from the guild Awakened Jedi. Um, about 210,000 lifetime banners, about 15% lower than me. But and in terms of the defense, the defensive record, they've got about 152 defense on 600 offense, so that's about 25%. So it's a mid to low, very light defense, I would say. And they don't have Galactic Legend, obviously. I don't have one myself. And the other thing I noticed about them is their roster is relatively weaker. They have a General Skywalker, but only 5 star. I've sometimes seen them keep it on defense in their Grand Arena history, but they're probably seeing that I go heavy on defense. They probably might save this for offense. And So let's go in and directly see what defense we are faced with. My current defense, no change out there. I've kept DR, Gas, and General Grievous on defense. One change that I did was I took out the Droidica. I usually keep Droidica or Watt in there as a fifth. I took them out and I kept a really weak droid, the weakest droid that I have. In fact, doesn't even have mods. It's got about 10 or 11k of health and protection effectively, IG-88. And the reason I'm doing this is most likely my opponent is going to use Jedi Knight Revan to take it out, this team. And Jedi Knight Revan teams relies a lot on AoEs, whether it's Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda doing his bump down on the ground and then spreading his buffs around, or whether it's Jedi Knight Revan doing his AoE to heal everyone and then pass turn meter back to another Jedi on his team. With what typically will happen if you keep a really weak droid like this in there is that when they do that AoE, the droid is going to die and General Grievous is going to end up taking a turn, because otherwise General Grievous is usually very slow, around 200 to 220 speed. So by the time he gets to go, the Jedi have already taken like 3 or 4, maybe 5 turns, and maybe even got B2 down. So I want to disrupt that plan a little bit and force them to make Grievous take a turn initially to get a lot of health and protection down before they actually have a chance to get anyone else down. And by the time that happens, then B2 will end up getting more debuffs out there, and then the team will get sped up a little more. So that's the rationale behind that. I don't know if it'll be effective, but keeping a fifth droid like Droidica or anyone else like T3 M4, I've kept that in there sometimes. It really doesn't do anything much. My opponents still end up getting 58, 59 banners with Jedi Knight Revan. And in fact, if they have somebody like Droidica or Droidica in there, they can actually delay with the Jedi Knight Revan team taking that down in the end, and then end up recovering banners. So any tougher teams really do end up recovering banners. So this way, at least the battle gets ended fast. Either way, whether I lose or whether this team defends or not, the battle gets over fast, and there's less time for the opponent to recover banners. So that's the reasoning behind that. Um, Down here, I decided to keep my Hux team, Hux lead as well with dominance, 100% counter chance, extra damage on basic, um, and then uh, and then I kept a standard new Droideka nest team, nothing new out there, and I kept both my sisters and Geos over here. I didn't mix up the squads this time. I just decided to go plain, um, because both these squads are banner stealers, so that's pretty good. Now my opponent does not have malevolence, but they do have I think a 6-star negotiator. So I kept my own negotiator on defense, just to give a little more extra problem for them to take out. Since my negotiator is going to go first and do the AoE and hopefully inflict debuffs, days and all of that, which might make it a little more difficult to take out. Plus, they have one less reinforcement with their own negotiator. So this will be a tougher mirror battle for them. All right, so let's take a look at our opponent's defenses. They have Night Sisters, New Team, and Geos. Very poorly relict. Not nothing much to really worry about. Not many gears and relics out here. And down south, they have a bounty hunter team and crew team, and only 2 relics on these, both on the leader, boss, and crew. So shouldn't be much of a problem to take out. So here's what I'm anticipating for the back wall over here. I anticipate that my opponent, looking at the history, they're probably going to set their um, Kira team with L3 and Mission Zalbar, and they're probably going to also set. I think it's going to be a General Grievous squad, most probably with BB-8 as well. They really like to set that. So I'm going to save my Jedi Knight Revan for that, and also my Padme, just in case there's something else. And we'll try to take this out with good efficiency. So let's go ahead and do that. For the crew team, I think I'm going to go in with my regular JTR squad. So let's just take that in and control this battle and take it from there. The goal is to end with 60 banners. Let's remove this. All right, let's hide everyone except him. And let's start working on First Order Officer. That's taken care of. Let's get rid of First Order Type Pilot. Let's land a stun on this guy because I don't like him. I don't like that AoE of his. And let's see if we can't land an expose, a few exposes. Excellent. Let's start working on this guy. Okay, he missed. Let's land a stun over there. Excellent. Let's reduce his turn meter some more. Okay, now let's work on this guy. First, Illuminated Destiny. I want to get at least another Illuminated Destiny out, since it gives a lot of speed up. And that actually is part of a feat. I think I've got about 20 or so left on that. So I'm just going to delay the battle a little bit. It seems to be very much under control, so nothing much to worry about. Let's just keep doing that. It's an R5 ray, R5 crew. So I think we should be able to delay on this guy. Want at least one more Illuminated Destiny. As long as I don't apply healing immunity, this guy will continue to heal up and we should be fine. There we go. Second one. Let me see if I can't get a third one. Yeah, this guy will heal, so it's not a big issue. And we've got more than 2 minutes 40 seconds left, so it should be fine. All right, let's keep doing this. Heal him up a little more. Okay, eliminated destiny should be coming up. We can get the speed up feat even through JKR and Basti. That's another good way to do it. There we go. Okay, now let's finish him off. But you know, as long as we can do it in a safe way with 60 banners over here, see no reason not to. All right. Now let's go down south and finish off the bounty hunter team. If I had a little better troopers, I could have probably done this with troopers. It's definitely more effective. It's quicker. It's a safe 60 banners. But I'm just going to take my. This is probably going to be overkill, but I have plenty of offense, so I really don't need to worry too much about it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention the theme. Last time I took the mask character over there was Major Tom or Resistance Trooper. So over here, I'm going to be taking a couple of mask characters. It's going to be Darth Vader and Darth Nihilus. Darth Vader obviously is the the one of the best villains, not just in the Star Wars universe, but in general. I think one of the most interesting characters developed as a villain. Really interesting. Introduce the whole concept of a flawed villain with the whole respirator and all of that. Had tons of strength, but at the same time had tons of physical weaknesses as well, in the form that he needed a suit to actually survive and and breathe even. So that really interesting character, and the chemistry between Vader, Moff Tarkin, and Emperor Palpatine was really great. Those three were the top three people in the Empire, and I love all these three characters. They're really they work well together, not just in the movies but even in the game. Their synergy is so well tied together. They're really a pleasure to work with. And then you also have Nihilus in there with another mask. I've kept Thrawn in there just for some banner recovery. I don't anticipate needing him at the back. If they have a Padme team who requires a fracture, who requires some more control, I can probably mirror it or something like that. But let's just take this in, and goal would be to end with the full 60 banners. Let's pass this over to Vader and get some debuffs out. Finish off that guy. I'm gonna fracture. Let's see. Should fracture boss probably. Let's do that. Nest is probably gonna counter quite a lot, but we should be able to. We should be able to recover banners on whoever needs it towards the end. There goes that guy. Let's start working on Boba. Let's land a shock over here. Should probably shock Nest as well. Let's do this. Land a shock over there. All right, let's keep working on these guys. I'm going to fracture Nest, and then I'm going to annihilate Bosk, so that we can safely work on Nest later. Okay, let's keep going over here. Let's annihilate Bosk. Let's top up as much as we can. Reduce some turn meter. I'm going to wait for Dengar to come out of stealth. Let's do this. We have reduced Dengar's turn meter, so he should be okay. Let's actually do that. Let's annihilate Dengar. Oh, actually, why did I do that? I should have fractured him or stunned him. Anyway, we've got plenty of time, and I still need to recover banners on a couple of them. Let's do this. need to fracture him. There's just no way I'll be able to recover banners effectively with nest around there. I should have left Dengar out in the open so that I could have annihilated him. You know what? I probably won't be able to recover much banner, so I'm just going to finish it off. Let's pass this over to EP and fracture Dengar, and then just take it easy. I think we just need to top up some protection on Vader and Tarkin. It's not going to last. Yeah, 58. There's no point delaying that. In hindsight, maybe I should have annihilated Nest and then worked on Bosk, but that's fine. So, alright, so we have our gas as well as Grievous, which is good to see. So it looks good. So that means my opponent won't have their own gas on offense, which is good. And they've kept their Padme on offense then. So they have Padme and Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan. So that's what they have to take out my teams. I think they're definitely going to struggle over here if they don't have their own gas. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to struggle. All right, so we have a gas counter. Luckily, we have saved our rebels as well as Watt and all of that. And this is a 5-star gas, so even my Padme team can take it out. But let me think about it for a little while, and then I'll rearrange my teams, and then we'll come back with the rest of the battles. See you guys shortly. All right, so we have a plan in place, and I'm going to try something. I'm going to clear out this bottom zone first, and I'm going to use my regular counter for Jedi for General Skywalker, which is going to be this one. Stormtrooper Han lead with Han Solo, Chewbacca, Watt, and Vandor. And this is going to be overkill since it's a 5-star only. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly go after him first. Put this over here. And take him down. And then we can go after 5s next. Where is 5s? There he goes. And then we'll put this on Han. And I'm going to dispel everything. And we can get rid of 5s now. Excellent. Now he's going to get up, but there's not going to be too much damage. So we can take our time in getting him down. There we go. And now we can work on the others, and hopefully we should be able to recover some banners. Let's give this to Vandor. Let's take him down. Rex is the main danger because he's the only one who can potentially kill Stormtrooper Han with his Annihilate. Let's give this to Vandor so that he recovers plenty of protection. We might have to do it a second time. But as you can see over here, his protection is barely being touched. So really good for recovering full banners on a team like this. Okay, let's do this. Let's recover some protection on everyone. Get rid of him. We'll probably end with 59 banners because there's a little bit of protection missing on Watt. So here a man in mask was Watt. He's also another one who's completely covered up from head to toe. And not only mask, but he also uses a respirator. I think, at least that's what I think it is. But anyway, so that's that particular team. Now let's see what we want to use against this one. Now against Grievous, I'm going to use Revan, and Revan is the guy in the mask, both the dark side as well as the light side version. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the regular Revan or Basti lead Jedi team that I usually take against Grievous. I'm going to try something which I've tried once before, which is going to be General Kenobi lead against Grievous. I've used it once before and against a highly relict General Grievous squad, and it came out pretty well. Kenobi lead because Kenobi lead has got plenty of it gives Jedi allies plenty of health and defense. And the main thing that you need with the Jedi team is you need to be able to survive. Jolie primarily needs to be the one who needs to be able to survive all these onslaught attacks by General Grievous. And so Jolie already has tons of health, plus he has his own bonus health. In addition to that, he's going to get 30% more max health and extra defense. So he's going to be extremely tough to take out, especially if I give Master's Training also to him, which will give him an additional 50% defense. And there's definitely going to be a lack of damage in this team, but as long as we're able to survive, we should be fine, because it's never a matter of damage. I mean, Grandmaster Yoda, he's relicked up by himself. I think he should be able to do a decent job, and Revan as well. But as long as we're able to survive, I think that's going to be the main thing. So I'm going to use this, and let's see against an R7 Grievous what kind of a thing, what kind of a effect it has. The main reason I'm using this is because they're going to go first, and they're going to end up he's going to end up using his AoE quite a few times, and I want to be able to survive out here. So let's go in and see if this works. So they end up going first, tons of times. There you go. Buff immunity, and that guy is gone for the first time, and Yoda is gone as well. So I'm going to give this to Jolie and have him revive everyone. And I'm going to flip this, and we're going to do this and spread some buffs around. Let's do a basic, and I'm going to mark B2 and take him out so that we don't have much problems with him later on. All right, so we need to get rid of yeah, so you see over here, both Jolie and Kenobi, they are having plenty of survivability out here. I'm going to heal everyone up. I'm going to get Revan back because we definitely need Mark. Excellent. So Jolie, my General Kenobi, is tanking it out. I'm going to do that just to get rid of BB-8 because he was irritating me quite a lot. So Jolie hasn't even lost full protection, which is great to see. Okay, let's spread that around. Revan is not having a good time, unfortunately. Let me see if I can get Droidica down. Not yet. Let's give this to Grandmaster Yoda so that amplifies his damage a little bit. Let's do a basic, and let's revive everyone again. Let's pass this over to who's got the maximum turn meter. It's probably going to be this guy. I am going to spread some buffs around. Excellent. So Droidica's big hit and nothing much over there, which is great. Let's do a basic. Yeah, nothing much we can do until Mark comes around. I'm going to do a basic since I need the revive to come around again. All right, Mark has come around, so let me go ahead and mark this guy. You know what? Mark really didn't do anything much. Let's pass this back to Jolie so that he can get Revan back, Grandmaster Yoda back, and let's keep working on this guy. I definitely feel the lack of damage out here, but at least the team is survivable. We know that much. Let's mark it again. Let's call Yoda and keep trying to working him down. And we've just got a minute left, so not much time. Oh, the other advantage is anytime that this guy, Hermit Yoda, heals, it calls a mass assist because of Kenobi lead, which is again great to see. Let's call this guy. And this should do it. Now we need to take care of Droideka. 30 seconds. You know, we may need to clean this up because we don't have enough damage to take it out in 8 seconds. Ooh, just 10 more seconds and I would have done it. That's unfortunate. Anyway, an experiment, but didn't work out. We'll clean that up later. Let's take care of the other teams over here first. So I definitely wouldn't try that again. I think it definitely lacked damage. The team was plenty survivable, but there was just no damage on it. Anyway, let's take care of the other teams with decent efficiency, and then we can go up to clean that up with something else. Against Night Sisters, I'm going to take in my Bounty Hunter team. Here you've got a couple of masked characters. Again, Mandalorians, Bounty Hunters in general, they're about to get a really big boost, which I'm really looking forward to, which is going to be in the form of the Mandalorian cast coming in. So hopefully, that will inject new blood into this faction. So let's wait for that. Although I don't know if I'll be able to really do anything against investing for that faction, since I'm focused so much on Galactic Legends right now. But anyway, let's see. Mother Talzin, maybe I can get rid of her. Not yet. Okay, I mean, I'm going to do a ability block over here so that she doesn't do plague. You know what? I might as well just get rid of her. All right, let's pass some thermals around. They're all going after Zam for whatever reason. Okay, can we get rid of Spirit? Not yet. Come on, man! Don't do that to Zam. I need to heal her a little bit. Let's do this. Okay. Let's target her. Okay, that payout has been triggered. But I definitely need to heal up Zam a little more. There we go. All right, let's take care of Asajj. Ooh, Daka died as well. Don't know if I'll have time to fully heal up. Yes, I think everyone is at full health and full protection, so we should be good to finish this. All right, 60 banners over there. Now, let's see what we can do against the teams below. It's a good thing that my opponent kept gas on defense, because that's one heavy team that they don't have on offense now. So they definitely are going to struggle against my defense, I think. All right, let's take, so the Geos are G12, so I think I can just go in with my Tria squad, Scion, and I'm just going to take in Bastilla in there as well. I think that should be enough to get the job done. Let's take this in, see what happens. Let's apply some fear, and let's isolate that guy. Let's do this so that turn meter gets reduced. They're going after Bastilla. Not good. Anyway, I think these guys should be able to get the job done. Might end with, let's see how much we're able to recover on this. Okay, held by hatred, and this should, I think I probably might get 59 maybe. 62 with full, so maybe 58 probably. All right, there we go, 58. Okay, I could have probably done with just those two. I didn't need anyone else, but that's fine. Now the final team over here, before we go down to clear up the Droidica, I am going to take my Padme squad over here, and I don't have GK obviously, so I'm going to just take in Shakti. The mask character over here is C3PO, although I don't know if you can really call that a mask, but that's fine. So here we are, I think we should be able to clear this. Watt is going to give a taunting tech to Magna Guard, but our team should be safe over here because we don't really have many dispels on the enemy team. I'm going to call Annie to assist and apply buff immunity, hopefully. There we go. Now I'm going to go and target down Wat Tambor. Finish him off. Okay. And let's just do this. Finish him off. And then target this guy. Finish Dooku. Let's do this and finish him off once. So I think we lost protection on two of them, or one of them. Okay, 59. Good outcome against a new team. So we are doing decent in efficiency. We just messed up a battle over here. Let's go and finish off this squad. We've got Biggs and Biston. My rebel team is faster, so I should be able to mirror this no problem. Let's see, who all do we take in? Where is my Rey's Millennium Falcon and Lando's Millennium Falcon? Oh, did I keep the wrong Millennium Falcon on defense? Oh god, I think yeah, that's what I must have done. I wanted to keep Lando's Millennium Falcon on defense over here as a reinforcement. I accidentally kept Rey's Millennium Falcon on defense. Oh well, I accidentally kept Han's Millennium Falcon on defense, so I won't be able to use a Rey, my rebel counter. So I'll just have to go in with General Grievous, which is not going to be that good on banners, but I think it should do the job fine. Well, I just hope that Han's Millennium Falcon gives extra problem to my opponent and he drops a battle or so. But let's just take in our Separatist squad and see if these guys are able to do the job against the rebel squad. So I'm going to go in with my typical lineup, and I usually take an IG-88. So let's see if this gets the job done. They're going to go first, and I'm going to stun this guy because he's got a buff on him. And then I'm going to attack Biston and take him out. Since Biston can prove problematic, I'm going to do an AoE because I don't have any buffs to dispel, debuffs to dispel. And let's do this so that we get some buzz droids on everyone. Okay, so that guy is gone. Piston is gone, and now we just need to focus down on the others. Let's do this and finish him off. The Hyena Bomber at 7-star is really tanky, so that's always something good. I haven't lost a ship yet, so that's good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Spy, so that will basically give the taunt, the soft taunt to Han's Millennium Falcon. And now I can just do this mass assist and try to finish them off. It dodges a lot, but it's really not much of an issue. So the Resistance Squad, the Separatist Squad is never really good on banners. You end up losing tons of banners, but it gets the job done, which I think is the important thing. Stun, and let's do this. All right, let's do this, and I think one more shot and it should be done. Okay, let's see how many banners we got for that one. I don't believe we lost any ships, but we only got 58 banners. Partially also because we have one less reinforcement, so we couldn't take that in. So less banners because of that as well. All right, let's see what we can... Oh, my opponent has started attacking as well. That's good. It's good to see. So they have one-shot my General Skywalker. That means they probably used their own Darth Revan against it. All right, so what do we want to take against this guy? I need someone with dispels. Oh, you know what? I've got my own Basti. So I can use Basti with what Jedi do I have? Nobody dealing too much damage. Can probably go with the Luke Skywalker. These two should be more than enough to get the job done. Okay, let's reduce some turn meter. And let's call him in to finish him out. Yeah, it does have a lot of evasion, which can get problematic. But we've got a couple of stuns over here and ability blockers. And yeah, it's really not much of a problem for these two guys. So lost a few banners over here, unfortunately, but I wanted to see really, I want to try it out a second time to see if it's really effective or not. The General Kenobi lead. Maybe it works better in a plain vanilla squad, but not with BB-8. I don't know. It's still too early. Maybe I might try it out again sometime in the future, but let's see. Yeah, I think Revan really does give that extra offense, which is really needed, and Bastilla gives tons of buffs and debuffs, which buffs and critical damage up, which is really helpful over there. All right, so I'm going to wait. So my opponent looks like they got 51 banners against the General Skywalker squad. 1908. It's not ideal. I would have liked to get 1920, but let me calculate to see how much 1908 is in terms of banner required. That means they need to get an average of 58 banners, 57 to 58 banners in the rest of the matches. So even though I dropped a banner, I dropped a match, I think 1908 is still a competitive score with the kind of banner stripping defensive teams that I have. They still need to get 57 to 58 in each match in order to be able to win, which is going to be tough. Especially, I think they might stumble on the General Kenobi negotiator team over here. Hopefully, my Hans Millennium Falcon comes out and gives them a surprise, and they end up losing the match, but remains to be seen. All right, so I will give you guys an update shortly once my opponent has had a chance to go, and I will let you know how I've done. All right, quick update on my opponent's attacks. So you saw that they'd attacked my General Skywalker for 51 points. Then they attacked my Grievous for 52 points. And a failed attempt on Darth Revan. So not bad, 52 points on Grievous. So I think whatever team they took in, most likely Jedi Knight Revan, didn't have enough time to recover full banners, or maybe ended up losing uh, someone fast because of the weak droid. So that was good to see. So 52, 51, and failure over here. And then down south, they had a couple of battles against my Newt. Took out the Huck squad for about 57 banners, but only able to take out the nest in the initial battle against Newt, and then cleaned it up for another, I think, 35 banners, I believe. And now they haven't. They're in the process of attacking my back zone, but yeah, I think I've already gone ahead and won based on the losses that my opponent already has. Not sure if they'll be able to clear the Darth Revan team, but remains to be seen. Anyway, so that's the end of the second match. I ended up winning this one as well. I've got the finals to look forward to. So join me in a couple of days when we face. Let's see who we are facing in the final. Probably either Ashvar Greenhill or Algaroth. It might be Ashvar, who's from Shadowlands. He's got the better track record in GAC, so most likely we'll be facing Ashvar. So looking forward to that battle. I think it's going to be good. So join me in a couple of days, and I will see you guys soon. Till then, take care and stay safe, and happy gaming.